Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's video blog. We are Friday, September 23rd, 2016. Yeah, so actually we are Saturday morning. It's a bit past 5 in the morning. I know this is late, but I've literally spent the last like 20 minutes trying to understand why I couldn't update the Google search app only for my Play Store to suddenly get back to its current version. And now it's telling me that for the last for the past 2 days, it told me that first it was that I didn't have enough storage space, and then it was telling me now just before the upgrade, was telling me that the package file was incorrect. So yeah, and now it's back to its current version, the Play Store, and therefore not enough storage space. So that is a lot of bullshit. You know, like the Google Play Services app. That is one hell of a dumb thing. So anyway, I'm just hoping that I can go for like well, at least 5 minutes. What did I do today? So I went to recuperate my code to, because we have the social security, and we have online services, and usually you can have your first code by paper mail, which is something that is always very strange to me. Paper mail in 2016. Apparently, it's the most secure way, and it's supposed to arrive in your mailbox in 8 days tops. But as one of my sisters and I experienced, that is a lot of bullshit. So I went to the place, and literally the reception desk. I asked the code, handed them my social security card, because we have one card, to manage the whole thing, and gave me the code. Easy as that. But then I had to wait almost 2 hours because my mother didn't believe that it would only take like maybe 2 minutes tops. So yeah, I'm actually a bit happy now today. Not because of that, but because Paris has lost to Toulouse, which is interesting. Toulouse is actually on a little, on quite the Leicester effect. They were like second to last year at day 28, match day 28, and they were like 10 points under the first in a position, in a spot where you wouldn't be relegated. But so they fired one of they fired their manager, their coach, and hired a new one who was known for, well, saving the team where he played the end of his career. It's actually a pretty interesting story. Dude plays striker, I think, in Brest, not the body part, the city in Brittany, and he decided that for the end of his career he would go back to his home native region of Savoy. So he went to Annemasse, I think, where there was a club called Croix de Savoie, and the thing about this club was that it was essentially an amateur club, but it was so close to the city was so close to Switzerland that most of the people who were playing there and worked there had another job at the UN in Geneva. So dude ended his career there. It was the beginning of the 90s. Managed to as a first a player coach, and then just the coach, managed to reach the first division, so you know Ligue in I think 2009, and for better or for worse, kept them up until 2014, I would say, and then it was just well, all the fuel was gone from the tank, and they were back to national in little over a season. They were pretty much condemned by the end of their first season in national in Ligue 2. This club had a very interesting story because, or maybe it was just Tonon Gaillard, because um, the club was Evian Tonon Gaillard in the Ligue 1. So it was the merging of of Croix de Savoie and Tonon Gaillard, I think. Um, and They were sponsored by Danone, and because at the time Zinedine Zidane was an ambassador of Danone, he was actually there in that small club to promote the club, and now he's almost the coach that is now in Toulouse. He's almost as famous as Zinedine Zidane, at least in France. So yeah, there are a little bit of a Leicester effect because Toulouse hired him. He was a consultant on a football show, a pretty humorous football show, and he was playing the straight guy, like always straight faced, or with his own language. I wouldn't say that it was the kind of French, but it was very much not politically correct at all times, and he kept that as the coach of Toulouse, which is actually pretty refreshing. When he calls out fake supporters, that's something that a coach wouldn't do before a match against Paris, but he doesn't care. He will say it, and I feel it's cool. So yeah, but let's not forget that Paris had a very very poor performance. Even if they had, I think, 81% of ball possession in the first half, and Cavani, with probably any other goalkeeper, would have scored twice, if not more. They lost. Paris has had this amazing ability to lose the ball in at moments that were probably the worst for them, and I feel that, and I think that it's very gracious of them because Toulouse hasn't been able to score the whole first half because, well, they were spaghettiing the whole thing as soon as they had the ball, so that was pretty sad actually. But then the second half rolled around, and literally in the first minute of the second half, Serge Aurier, always him, got excluded for a second yellow card. So red card. Oh well, could have had a second yellow card, red card to Thiago Motta because he made a first foul that wasn't really a foul, but then he very obviously in front of the referee pushed another player, and that is a yellow card because that's anti game, as you say, that's unsportsmanlike. So yeah, but he didn't take second yellow card with making Paris play with only 9 players against the 11 players of Toulouse. But yeah, the second half, Toulouse was just rolling with the ball. At the end of the day, they still were in a very they couldn't turn the possession around. They ended up with a total of 28% of ball possession, which is not actually that much more than the 19% from the first half. But they scored 2 goals. They were on the brink of scoring, maybe more goals. So hats off to them. And it's kind of shitty because I will always be an Abbey PSG, but Unai Emery doesn't deserve to have a team that just doesn't follow him. You know, he won 3 back-to-back Europa Leagues in Sevilla, and here he's in Paris, and the players seem to already have given up on him, and that's shitty. You know, like all the French journalists are on his back saying, yeah, he's already in the shit. He's gonna get fired, sacked in the morning, all over like, oh, that's shit. So yeah, we don't deserve Unai Emery and Marcel Bielsa and good coaches, good foreign coaches. So yeah, my internship is actually in jeopardy because I found a little line in the rules that says that I might not have to might not have the papers because it's not a mandatory scholarship internship. So yeah. Oh yeah, big news! Fade Calais liner Prismalia is getting a movie, maybe next year, which means that next year it will be an amazing year to be a fan of the Fate franchise. I mean, there's the first Heaven's Feel movie, and if there's this fucking Fate Calais lane, this Priya movie, you know, with pretty much the flashback of Shiro and his Grail War in Mew's world, that's going to be amazing. So yeah, things to look forward to. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.